Okay, and today's officially begun. Yes, today has officially begun. The daily hasn't officially begun. I have just confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, that the day itself has officially begun. uh, work later tonight. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming just yet. I'm still, for whatever random reason, thinking a lot about, more specifically, my MOBA. It also has me going back into my old notebook of like where I kept and still have all of the ideas. Um. So yeah, it's quite interesting how how many items I actually had that I do not remember having. This is something else, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about the variants. Oh, wow, I already filled it with. Did I really not have any more? Oh, here. Okay, okay. Okay, but yeah, I'm just thinking of like random items and so on and so forth. Um. Hmm. But then, yeah, it also like made me think of like how many like champions I've technically put in this, and how much work I put in the past, and how I still like come up with like a lot of just random game ideas that I don't write down for the purpose of I would never have enough notebooks, or I'd need a notebook just to write in every random idea. But then also making me go, or when I went through like my book, or still sort of am, um, the one thing that actually kind of annoyed me is whenever I read a champion and like I sort of remember what I was thinking when I made it, but I really don't truly remember. Like I had one guy named like High Dragon, and basically what it was is exactly what you think. It'd be like a dragon and a Hydra in one thing. It had like three heads. And I sort of remember how I had it look, the lore behind it. I remember how I was going to have it be like his parent. One of his parents was a Hydra, the other parent was a dragon. Um, but not only that, but like the dragon that he was like one of the, not one of the elder dragons, one of the strongest dragons. And then the council of elder dragons that I was going to be in the game was like, no, no, no. This is bad. We are at war with hydras. You cannot simply mate with them. And then he goes, well, too bad. I already have a child. So then they banish the child, or well, then they banish him. They try to kill the child. That didn't work. The child, even at its really weak state of being like a newborn, manages to like not fend them off, but counteract their attacks with his own attacks. So then they banish the child from a different area, and then I believe they killed the mother, is what I believe I had the lore being in the past. um, and then like as he grew up, he always hated the elder dragons, and then I'm pretty sure like the end of his lore, he decided to fight the elder dragons, and he killed one of them, but then he got like badly injured, and then like his goal again is to still kill all the elder dragons, and yeah. Um, so yeah, but like I can't. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure I went into like more detail, and after like reading the abilities, I'm staring at it, being like, "Oh, how did I picture this in my head?" But I remember one of them, but like I don't remember how I pictured all these others. I'm trying to remember this, and then there are other champions that are like the same thing, where I'm just like, why? Like, why did I do this? Like, I already knew that not all the champions that I created would be good. Like, that's obvious. Like, even League has a lot of champions where they like started to work, they put them in like the PBE, and then they ended up taking them out because they didn't like them. Um, and it's just like, oh, well then. Okay, let's grab this. And I just thinking about all these like mechanical decisions and everything. Just I don't know. It makes me happy. It makes me think of not really like why I stopped or anything like that, because I haven't really stopped. But like just thinking of these ideas and what else, and like as I already said, like the one thing that I hope differs me from just like other people that create random game ideas would be the thought process of how I also try to think of like marketing decisions and things like that. Bud. Nope. Too far back. What is this dude doing? You can't curve that much. How am I only this level? He gives off chicken when he dies. That's great. Or it also just makes me think of like advertisement things, what I could do for an ad and things like that. It just maybe it's just the way my brain is, but still, I think of stuff like that, and also thinking of things just mechanical things, how certain champions would react with certain items, things like that, or just stuff that I do. Um. The flip. Damn it. Why did she walk back when I used my E? But just thinking of all these things, it yet again, it just kind of makes me, I want to say upset in one aspect of like how I'm like not getting any of these things that I would like to be done. In terms like how I would like to be creating these games, how I would like to see these things happen, and see like what can really come from my ideas, and just so on and so forth. Or it's just like it's just the way I think. I'm like, what could I have been doing, or things like that. I just it's a bit of an annoyance. Ugh. Whoa, what? He just... What the... He, like, reset his auto attack like 500 times. But, like, it went off each time. What the fuck? Huh. Confused. I just got, like, booped. Yeah, tis what happens. Man, I'm just... like, I wish I could do these things now, and I always have these conversations with a lot of different people who are, like, currently I'm going into business management, which I would say is probably part of the reason why I don't really care a ton about college, is just because I'm like, well, this isn't really what I want to be doing. I don't know why. I love how Galio just stops every time he uses his taunt. Why does that not keep my health regen? Well, like the bonus health regen. And well, like originally I said, like I went for game design, then realized that's one, expensive, two, a lot, just a lot, very, very difficult. And I wouldn't call myself dumb, but I wouldn't really call myself smart either. Like I would say that I'm a lot more just like common sense smart over things like over just like like book smarts. I have quite a few friends that are pretty reasonable with like book smarts, but I'm just like So yeah, like part of the reason why I didn't continue with that is just because like I don't think I genuinely have the intelligence. Why did my minions all sap? Alright. The intelligence to be doing that degree. But then, like, yeah, like, I'll always talk about... I wanted to ult her, but then my ult ended before I get close enough to her. Oh. Jin's sinking busted with the with that new crit item. It's literally just his passive again. I'm trying to think of all my ideas, all the things that I want to be doing and could be doing, and just wanting them to actually. Okay, I guess I can't buy this. Never mind. What? Why does it say that I can buy these things and yet I can't? Oh my god, all these things I can't buy. Ha. You know, it's so much fun when it tells me I can buy all this shit, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, no, I can't buy a single damn thing. Oh, now I can buy it. God, I hate you. And I always think about potential futures of, you know, let's just say some random game company or something like that, like, decided, hey, you know what, you have an idea, let's just let it happen. Or I'll like to think of scenarios of I'll go to some convention or something like that, and they'll be doing like a competition where someone will basically like describe their own game ideas, and then it'll go through like an elimination process, and then by some miracle mine gets through or something like that. Or like they'll pick the top 5, and then they'll contact companies, and they won't guarantee you anything, but they'll be like, hey, you know, maybe this company would like this idea for whatever reason or something like that, and I'll just be like, yay. Where, you know, it's kind of just sort of fooling myself to an extent, where, you know, you just want something and you're like, let's think about getting what I want type deal. I mean, it's just, this is what people do, so. Damn it. Close, but no cigar. Yep. If she didn't hit me with that, I would have been fine. That did a pretty big chunk. But yeah, where I would like to see these things happen, not just because, you know, I want fame and fortune and things like that. Like, I don't care all that much about that. Obviously, yes, I would like it. But more for the idea of, like, I want to see the things that I'm proud of creating, the things that I, like, always am thinking about, actually, one, become something, and two, to see if they're actually good. Like, obviously, if you make something yourself, now, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to be, like, proud of it because, you know, you made it. If you see something that you made and you aren't proud of it, and it better be for, like, a good reason. And with that, I mean, like, that you want to improve, and that's why you... Can I not? Where you, like, you want to improve upon yourself. Wow, you little whippersnapper. We're like you want to see whatever the heck your idea is improve. Whoa, why did my E not work? And like, nope, going over here. Oh shit. Walking into an entire enemy team. Chicken man back up. Why could I not ult? Why couldn't I cast that right now? At the time, I was spamming the shit out of it. Excuse me? I only got rooted once. That root doesn't last 5 years. That was only 2 seconds. Fuck me. I died in 1.8 seconds. That's annoying. Yeah, especially because they're about to end too. But yeah, where it's like, obviously if you have that idea and you're proud of it, whatever, like, you're going to be a little bit biased towards it. If you create if you're an artist and you create a masterpiece in your opinion, and it's like in your head, like, this is the Mona Lisa, like this is the best artwork ever in your head, and then like some, like, a well-known great artist that's one, like, the most famous artist of our time, walks over, looks at it, and says, sorry to say this, but it's a little shit. Obviously, one, you're gonna have some bad feelings. You're gonna be like, my life has been a lie. Type deal. But then, you know, at the same time, it's just kind of what happens, because you are thinking that your thing is going to be great and so on and so forth, but then, like, someone that actually knows what they're talking about is just gonna murder you. And I don't want that to happen, but I would like to sort of have that happen where, like, my idea, or I get a company talks to me for whatever reason and go, okay, well, what's your idea, yada yada, and then like I describe my idea and I show them all the details of it, and instead of being like, oh, like, well, you obviously, like, when you make daydreams, like, in my head, they obviously are like, oh my god, that's great, blah 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 blah, and we start working on the game. But then I would like to see maybe the potential opposite, where the company's like, okay. I understand this, that, these, and those, but to be quite honest, I don't really think that this idea will be successful or something like that. And then they describe to me yada yada, so that I can either improve my ideas or I can just be like, well, maybe game design isn't for me, or well, maybe thinking of game ideas isn't for me, even if it's what I love to do. It might not be something that I am necessarily good at. Like, I could love snowboarding, but yet I could go on the easy path every single time. Like, it's something that people do. Like, just because you love something doesn't mean you're going to automatically be good at it. Yes, you can, keep practicing at it and so on and so forth. And I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but, like, just because you do love something doesn't mean that you can automatically either, one, like, make a job out of it, or love something, or necessarily be the best at it, or things like that. Like, I love playing video games. I'm pretty mediocre when it comes to a lot of different games. Like, I am by no means the best in basically any of the games I play. Even of probably my own games, there will probably be people that are a lot better than me. But it's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. But still, I will still probably continue to make games, even if they tell me that the games are horrible. I'll just be like, well, it's something I enjoy to do. I'm going to keep doing it. Now, yeah, my heart will be a little broken, but at the same time, like, I can either, one, improve because they tell me, oh, well, you didn't really think this through. This could end up having the complete opposite effect of what you were saying. In the real world, or, like, not in your head, this can happen instead of that. This could have an effect on that, these, and those, and something, and I'll be like, I did not put all of that into consideration. And then I could start putting all that into consideration to improve my own ideas, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to thank you all very much for watching today's daily, and I am going to bid you all adieu. Goodbye.